in this easy seated position we're starting with. Maybe closing the eyes or keeping them soft. If it feels right to place a hand on the heart and one on the belly, go ahead and do so, or maybe both hands rest upon the heart today. Just taking time to notice the breath, the gentle inhales and the steady exhales. Allowing the body to be filled with the breath. And if there's a specific intention you're wanting to focus on tonight, go ahead and focus on that. If not, maybe we focus on just kind of taking it easy, letting go, being fluid, playful, and seeing what happens. Letting go of any to-do lists, any expectations, and just making space for what is, for what happens, and being okay with it. Releasing your intention, whatever way feels the most natural. If you're tuning into that playlist, go ahead and hit play. We're going to take a nice big inhale, letting those arms lift up overhead. And as you exhale, allow that right hand to come on down. That left arm is reaching up and over. Keeping that left sit bone grounded down. The shoulders and that heart open. Inhale, lift back up. And as we exhale, allowing that left hand to come down, the right arm is reaching up and over, keeping that right sit bone grounded. Next, inhale, reach up high. Exhale, gently fold on over. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips or find roundness in the back. Seeing if that torso relaxes on over the legs. Allowing yourself to be soft. Next breath, we roll back up, and this time we're gonna let the legs lift. The hands are coming alongside the hands, or maybe they come down into our boat pose. So finding your version of boat, whatever that looks like, allowing that belly to reach towards the legs. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. And we're gonna let the heels drop down towards the earth. Lift them up. Push the feet a little bit forward. Drop the heels down. Lift them up. A little bit more forward. Drop the heels. Lift them up. Come in halfway. Drop the heels. And lift. Back close. Drop. And lift. Breathe. Now, keeping the bend in the legs, we're going to allow that torso to come down towards the earth. The hands might stay up, those shoulders lifted if you'd like, or you can let that head rest down upon the mat, but still keep those legs bent. So whatever feels best for the neck. Nice big inhales and exhales here. We're going to extend that right leg up towards the sky. And bring that left knee in towards the chest. Extend it out nice and long. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Bring it in. We're going to do this for 5 more breaths or 5 more pulses. 4, 3, 2, and this last one, keep that left leg extended forward. That right knee can stay bent, or maybe it reaches up towards the sky, or it might already have been reaching. Allow the hands to come behind that right leg. Interlace that leg. Keep that left leg lifted. Both of the feet are flexed. Nice big inhales and exhales here. For 3, for 2, 1. Allow that left heel to drop on down. Start finding circles with that right ankle, going one way, going the opposite way. Maybe you flex and point. Being a little playful with these movements. Good. All right. So we're going to let that left hand come outside of that right leg. So on the thigh part, or maybe a little higher, whatever feels comfortable. And with control, we're going to let that left leg fall on over towards, excuse me, that right leg fall on over towards the left side. See if you can ease the shoulders down. That right foot might not come down. Maybe a bend in that right knee feels a little bit better than keeping it extended. We're finding this little spinal twist. Stay connected with the breath. All right, if that leg was extended or if it's bent, we're bringing that knee, that leg back to center. Extending that left leg up to meet the right. Maybe you flex and point both of the feet this time. Now settle in, bend the knees, allow yourself to grab on the outer parts of the feet, open up the legs into your happy baby. Noticing this happy baby might be a little stiff. Since it's still pretty early, or maybe you notice one hip is able to find a little bit more ease than the other, having done some work. But being playful, being light, with a breath, with a pose. Good. Let's come back to center. If you were finding any movement, release that, release the feet, hugging in the knees, breathe. Finding that 90-degree angle once more to begin with. Right leg is extending high. Again, if you want to lift those shoulders up from the mat or keep them down, it's your choice. We're bringing that right heel down towards the mat. But keep it hovering. Inhale, lift it up. Option of extending that left leg high. Bring that right heel down. Lift it up. We're doing 5 more, your breath pace. Being patient and kind with the breath and with the shapes we take. And after, or when you hit that 5th one, you'll keep that right leg extended out. Everything's hovering, you're breathing, engaging that belly. Nice big inhales and exhales. Flex the feet. 3, 2, 1. Let that right heel fall down, interlacing behind that left leg now. Maybe you find those circles one way, the opposite, allowing fluidity to come into that ankle as you see what feels best for you today. All righty. We're getting ready to cross that leg on over towards the right side. So if you like that bent knee a little bit better than keeping it extended, go ahead and find that version, or maybe you play with finding both. But that right hand is coming on the outer part of that thigh and allowing that left foot to gently make its way on over towards the right side for this twist. Keep that left shoulder grounded down. Welcoming in some ease in the body. All righty. Let's kindly bring that left leg back up. If it was bent, I want you to extend it up towards the ceiling. That right foot becomes flexed once more as you let it reach up for that left leg. Both of the feet are planted on the ceiling. Nice big inhales and exhales. Allow the knees to come into the chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Now finding that movement along the spine, forward and back, making our way into our tabletop position. Taking your time to get there. Allowing the hands to be underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. That spine is nice and long. Breathe. We're going to find just a few cat-cows, so allowing that heart to shine forward as that tailbone reaches up high. Push that ground away, curve the spine. Moving at your breath pace, again, being playful, being curious with the movements, with the shapes that come up. Not holding any expectations as to what it should look like or needs to look like. Just exploring with the possibility of what happens when we let go. All right, even yourself out. Meeting back in that neutral tabletop. Hands are planted down, ground down here. That left knee stays ground down as that right leg reaches back for the back of the room. Keep that right hip down towards the earth. The right toes are facing down as well. And then go ahead and reach that left arm forward as well in our bird dog. See if you can lift yourself up a little higher. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend long. Moving at your breath pace. Be here for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, stay on that little ball. Breathe. Allow that left hand to come down. That right knee is still hugged in towards the chest. Step that right foot in between those hands. Maybe that heart shines forward for a breath, or you can stay exactly where you are. Inhale those arms on up with that next breath. Exhale the hands back down. Allow the hips to go on back, right toes coming up towards the sky. Drag that right heel. Coming back into that right foot, tuck the back toes under, Lift that back leg. Left hand stays down, right arm reaching high. Exhaling that right hand on down to frame that foot. Right foot stepping back to meet the left, high plank. Moving through your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice big inhales and exhales. Rolling forward into our high plank, allow the knees to drop on down, back into our tabletop. That left leg is now reaching back behind us, keeping those toes flexed. Gently start lifting that right arm up as well as you find your balance here. Nice and long from those right fingers to the left toes. See if you can reach a little higher, a little longer. Knee and elbow meet. Extend it out. Knee and elbow meet. Extend it out. 3 more, your breath pace. Once you hit that third tap, you stay nice and snug. That right hand comes on down. See if you can bring that left knee a little closer and then step that left foot in between those hands. Again, if it feels nice to shine that heart forward, shine it forward. If not, you stay steady and grounded here. Next inhale, allow those arms to reach up high. Embracing the courage it takes to be playful and to let go. Take an inhale in and an exhale out. Allow the hands to come down, frame the foot, let the hips go on back. Left toes up towards the sky, breathe. Coming back into that left foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg, right hand stays down, left arm reaching high. Exhale that left hand down, framing that foot. Gently step that left foot back to meet the right. Going through your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice big inhales and exhales here. We're gonna start adding on, but first, let's bend those knees. Step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, relax on over. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale down into our chair, hands at heart center. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. That left elbow finds that right knee as we twist. See if you can let that belly rest on the tops of the legs as it twists up that right shoulder, reaching for the sky above. Keep the knees aligned, that bum down deep. Maybe you open up those arms. If they're open, go ahead and close. We come to center. Right elbow finds that left knee. Again, setting up that belly resting on the tops of the legs, that left shoulder reaching high, and then maybe being playful as we open up those arms, shining bright. Keep that bum down low. Breathe. Allow the hands to close back up. We come to center, bring that bum down a little deeper for 4, For 3. For 2. 1, exhale on over the legs. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step, jump, hop it on back. Find your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. Left foot stays grounded. Right leg is reaching up high. Exhale, taking a smooth step forward, low runner's lunge. Breathe. We let that left knee drop on down, untuck the toes. Inhale those arms on up. As we exhale, we find a twist. So those hands are coming to heart center. That left elbow is hooking outside of that right knee. Now staying here, we're gonna tuck the left toes under and start shifting our weight back towards the hips. So maybe that right hand comes down to help you come back. So we're in that little twist, that half split twist. Release that twist, allow the hands to frame that left foot. We're gonna keep shifting that weight back into a pistol squat. So that heel might be lifted and that's okay. That right heel might stay grounded and that's okay. I want you to see if though you can maybe engage that thigh, lifting up into the thigh, keeping those hands grounded, possibly lift that right heel. If you want to play with that balance and that heel is grounded down on that left foot, maybe you're able to bring those hands up from the ground. 3, 2, 1. Let that heel drop down. We're bringing that left knee down just for a second. Right hand is coming in front of that right foot. Open on up, half moon. So really big move here. Keeping that left foot flexed, that heart is open. If you want to be a little playful, allowing those right hands to gently lift up from the floor, maybe they meet at the heart. And if we fall or tumble, it's okay. We get back up and try again. We let go of those expectations. All right, the hips are shifting down into warrior 3. So keeping that right leg engaged and controlled, bring the hips down. Left toes are facing down. That spine is nice and long. Maybe there's a bit of a bend in that right knee to keep you nice and engaged. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Bend that right knee a little bit more. Allow the left toes to come on down. Inhale those arms on up, crescent warrior. Exhale the hands on down, framing that foot. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Keep it hovering. Breathe. Bring that right hand a handprint forward and back. That left hand a handprint forward and back. Keeping that left heel pushed into the back of the room. That's gonna keep you engaged. And then start lifting that left hand again. Maybe you just stay that handprint forward. Maybe you lift it up all the way. Just like that bird dog that we started with, except it's a lot more intense. All right, left hand comes on down. Shift that weight forward, come down halfway, breathe. 3, 2, open up that heart, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice and strong with that breath. Inhales and exhales, moving through the body. Left leg reaching up high. Exhale, a smooth step forward, low runner's lunge. Breathe. Right knee is dropping on down. Untuck the toes. Inhale those arms back up. Feel that courage and strength radiating from the fingers to the toes. As we take that exhale, that right arm is hooking outside of that left for our twist. Breathe. Alrighty, we tuck those right toes under. Allow the hips to move on back into that half split. Nice and gentle here. So we're getting a toe stretch. We're playing with our balance. We're really testing a lot here. Breathe. Release that twist, framing that foot. Keep bringing that weight back towards that right leg. Again, setting up for where you need. Being playful, being curious about the movement. Maybe lifting up that left heel. Breathe. Here for 3, for 2, and 1. Allow that foot to come back down. Again, it's that big move, that left hand coming in front of that left foot, opening on up, half moon. Option of lifting the hands on up. Woo. Few more breaths here. All right, those hips are facing down, warrior 3. Nice and controlled. Finding that bend in that left knee to help guide you. The right foot is pushing back towards the back of the room. Nice and long with that spine. See if we can lift up. Exhale, right toes are coming on down. Inhale those arms on up. Crescent warrior. Exhale those hands on down, framing that foot. Left foot is stepping back to meet the right. Keep it hovering. Breathe. Left hand is coming a handprint forward. Bring it back. Right hand is coming a handprint forward. Bring it back. Now setting up again. Right heel is pushing towards the back of the room to engage that belly, engage that leg. Maybe that left foot stays flexed as well. Right hand coming a handprint forward. Maybe that hand lifts. Woo! Maybe you tumble out. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes down. Shift that weight forward. We're coming down. 3, 2, 1. Open up that heart. Untuck the toes. As we exhale, let's find a quick child's pose. Allowing the knees to open. That belly resting in between the legs. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Coming back to the breath. Back to our intention. Let's gently walk those hands on over towards the right. Grounding down that left arm to get that yummy stretch underneath that left arm. Finding the lightness in the arms as you make your way to center and on over towards the left. Grounding down that right arm. Breathe. Alrighty, find that lightness once more as you come to center. We're making our way back into our downward facing dog. If that means another vinyasa flow to get there, feel free to add that in. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. All right, right leg is reaching up high. Exhale, a smooth step forward, low runner's lunge. Now bring that left foot up to meet the right, top of the mat. Relaxing on over the legs. Let's inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folding on over. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, down into our chair once more. All right, so that left elbow finds that right knee. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Now shift that weight on over towards that right leg. Left heel lifts. Let it come up. We're not shooting it back yet. We're finding the balance of that right leg. Exhale, let that leg shoot on back. Find this twist. Nice big inhales and exhales. Very good. We're gonna release that twist, but we're still gonna have a version of a twist, but that left hand is going to be up. That right hand might be on that right hip, or it might reach up high. Or it can even come onto that right thigh. But listen up. We're gonna find that left knee behind that right. So tap it in, extend it back. Tap it in, extend it back. Tap it in, extend it back. Left hand is completely planted down. Right foot is reaching on back into our side plank. Let those hips reach up high. Nice and strong with that left arm. Breathe. We're gonna let that right foot come behind us, opening on up into our wild thing. Exhaling that right hand on down. That right knee is fighting that left arm. We thread it through, right hand down, left arm up. Breathe. Now listen up, whether that right knee is down or up, it doesn't matter, but we're gonna find the lightness in that left leg, the strength in the right. As we step that left foot forward, left hand is coming down in front of that left foot, open on up, half moon. Breathe. Shining here. Nice big inhales and exhales. Bend that left knee, allow that right foot to settle on down, rising up, warrior two. Find the adjustments needed. Flip that left palm to the sky, exhale that warrior. If you want to find that little half bind, that right arm coming behind the back, finding the nook and cranny of that left leg. If you took that bind, gently release it. We're finding our side angle, left arm onto that left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Option of letting that left arm reach forward as well, like you're holding a big beach ball. Now listen up, again, we're being curious, we're being playful. If you're taking this beach ball option, I want you to let that beach ball reach back towards that right foot. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, come forward or reach for that right foot. Inhale, reach it back up. Should be feeling it in the obliques. Breathe. 3, 2. Last one. We're all rising back up into that warrior two, nice and strong. Straighten that left leg, little bit of a micro bend. Reach that left hand forward, right hip back. Left hand falls down, right arm reaching high. Triangle. Keep that heart lifted. That spine long. Very good. Now we'll let that right hand come down inside of the left. Left hand is coming down. Revolve that back foot. So we're in a dragon. Maybe you adjust a little bit to find a little comfort. Nice big inhales and exhales here. So we're gonna have two different options. You can do a hop switch, or you can just step it back and forward. So if you're doing that hop switch, you're really grounding into the mat, engaging the shoulders, pushing them away, just like that cat back, and you'll switch sides, right? Find that lightness in the legs as you hop forward and back. If you're like, whoop, that hop is a little too much for my back or my heart, it's okay, I want you to step it back, high plank. Step one foot forward, breathe. Step it back, forward,
and back, okay? If you still want a little bit more and these hop switches, guess what? There's more. So you can find that hop switch once that foot is there, you can find a push-up, lift it up, switch sides, push down, up, and switch. We're here just for 3 more breaths. All right. Let the feet meet the back of the mat, high plank. Knees will come down, hips will go back. Child's pose, come back to the breath. Nice big inhales and exhales. Maybe a big breath comes out of the mouth, letting everything go. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Rolling up into our tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up high. Bend the knees. Step jump hop, top of the mat. Automatically coming up halfway in case that heartbeat hasn't regulated. Find a bit of bend in the knees to let that belly rest on the tops of the legs. Push on up, mountain pose. Just settling in here for 2 breaths. Maybe the eyes closed. The shoulders are away from the ears. The feet are grounded down. Feel that energy, that power, that strength. All right. Inhale those arms on up. Exhale back down into our chair. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Still slowing that heartbeat down. Right elbow finds that left knee as we twist. Shift that weight on over towards that left leg. Right foot becomes nice and light. Step it back, not yet though, hold it. Little flamingo, because it's the summer. Woo, push it back. For that full twist here. Nice big inhales and exhales. Allowing that belly to reach for the inner part of that left thigh. That spine is nice and long. All right, we release that twist, but again, we still have a bit of a twist. So that right hand is coming down. I like to come up onto the fingertips. You might have explored that. Left hand is coming onto that left hip or reaching up high. Shift that weight into that left leg. It's nice and strong, nice and sturdy. Right foot becomes light. Let's play. Tap it in. Extend it back. Tap it in. Extend it back. 2 more. In and back. In and back. Very good. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Left hand is coming down in front of that left foot. We open on up. Nope, we don't. We come back down. Just kidding. We had like another extra thing. Right hand plants down. Left foot becomes nice and light. Let's step it back. Side plank. Those hips are reaching up high. That heart is shining. Feel that courage it takes to be playful, to try different things, to let go. 2 more breaths. Good. That left foot is stepping behind you. Open up, wild thing. Very good. Left hand is coming down. Left knee is finding that right arm. Thread it through. Left hand down, right arm up. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. We're going to do that big move of stepping forward. Strengthen that left arm, that left hand. Strengthen that side of that left leg. Right foot becomes nice and light. Step it forward. Right hand comes down in front of that right foot. Open up. Half moon. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Keep that left foot flexed for me. Maybe being a little playful with lifting the hands, allowing them to come to the heart. Bend that right knee, allow that left foot to seal on down, rising up, warrior two, find the adjustments. Steady gaze over those right fingers. Playfully flipping that right palm over, exalting that warrior. Left hand might come behind the back, left hand reaching for the inner part of that right leg. Keeping that bend in that right knee, don't let it go. All right, release that bind, side angle, right arm, right leg, left arm up and over. Option of reaching that right arm nice and long, that beach ball. We're gonna find our fun beach ball. Hand that beach ball down towards that left leg. Lift it back up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. 3 more, your breath. Good. We find that stillness wherever we're at. Rise on up, warrior two. Straighten that right leg, little bit of a micro bend. Reach that right hand forward, left hook pushes back. Right hand coming on down as that left arm reaches high. Breathe. Heart is shining bright. Keeping ourselves lifted and strong. Exhaling that left hand down inside of that right foot. Revolve that back foot, right hand coming down as well. Shimmy that right foot, find that space in your dragon. We're finding those hop switches once more. So maybe this time you're wanting to take that hop out and you try that stepping back, that slowing down, coming forward, push down and up. Again, if you want that higher intensity, that faster pace, feel free to find that. But I challenge you to see what happens when you slow things down. Sometimes, or a lot of times, it's a lot harder than when we move quicker. Because we're really asking the body, the breath, to do the work. Three more sets. You got this. You're strong. You are able. Last one. We're almost there. Meeting in that high plank. The knees will come down, the hips will go back, child's pose, maybe you roll out the wrist, or find that favorite variation, whether the hands come to prayer, bending the elbows, thumbs going towards the nape of the neck, or maybe those arms reach back for the back of the room, towards the heels, the ankles, being playful as you explore. Maybe changing things up. Two more big breaths. Maybe you take those exhales out of the mouth, let it go. Let everything go. Beautiful. All right, we're rolling forward into our tabletop. Take your time to get there. That right arm is reaching up high as that left hand pushes down. As you exhale, let's thread that arm underneath, coming down onto that right ear, that left hand reaching forward. So we have an option of shifting the weight to the right leg as that left leg reaches back. Option of even lifting that left leg high, or you might bring it on over towards the left side. Seal that foot on down. Again, being playful with your choices, exploring and being curious with each breath. All right. If that leg was anywhere but next to the knee, I want you to unwind. Make your way back to let that knee meet the other knee. Left hand is coming next to the face. Under that arm, reach that right arm up high. Exhale that right hand on down. So we're extending that right leg back, tuck the toes under. Push that ground away, engage the shoulders, lift that left knee. Allow that left knee to settle, that shin to settle as that right leg reaches back into our pigeon. So in our pigeon, we're gonna keep that heart open just for a few breaths. We're gonna be a little playful with our postures. So we're gonna bend that right knee if it feels nice for you. If you have a little bit too much stress on the knee, I would just want you to stay here. Maybe seeing if you can lift the hands on up, pushing that left leg into the mat, okay? If you're okay with the knee, bend that knee. That left hand is reaching for that right foot. See what that feels like. Having a bit of a twist, getting that stretch and that right lower part of the belly maybe. Now, letting that right hand come onto the left side of the foot. Again, pushing that leg into the mat just like others are doing. And maybe that right hand reaches back. Also, for that foot, it doesn't have to look graceful. Maybe you just switch. And if you switch, just holding on to that right foot. Some of you might play with lifting that left arm on up. The secret is pushing that left leg down. If you have that mobility to let that right foot find the nook and cranny of the right elbow, you play with Little Mermaid. Breathe. 2, 1, undoing. Release that foot. Settle down. Option of threading the needle, right arm underneath that left, if you'd like. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. All right. If you took that twist, we're gently unwinding. We're coming back, so tuck the right toes under, lift that right leg, left leg extending back. If it feels nice to find some movement, please explore that. We'll be meeting in our tabletop. Take your time. Setting up in that tabletop when you get there. Right hand stays pushing down in the mat. That left arm becomes light. Reach up high. Exhale, thread that arm underneath that right. Right hand is reaching forward. Breathe into that left shoulder now. Option of shifting that weight into that left knee. Right leg becomes light. Maybe it reaches back. Staying lifted, or it can be grounded. Maybe you bring that right foot on over towards the right. A little panda roll. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Feel that breath, fill the body. Letting go of any extra tension, any extra effort you're still holding on to. All right, we're unwinding now. So if that foot was anywhere but the knee, you're making your way back, allowing the knees to meet. That right hand is coming next to the face. On for that arm, reach up high. Exhaling that left hand on down. Left leg is extending back. We're pushing that ground away, engaging the shoulders. Bring that right knee up to the belly. Now settle it down as that left leg extends back in our pigeon pose. So again, maybe you stay here with that heart open, pushing that leg into the ground, engaging that leg to lift on up. Option of bending that left knee. First, we'll start with that right hand. So reaching behind. We're facing the right side for our twist. Push into that right leg to engage it to lift. Left hand maybe reaches back for that foot. Maybe this side doesn't reach or it does. Let's switch that grip. All right, being playful with the next movement, exploring, seeing what happens. And after your playtime, you'll gently release that foot, allow it to extend out. We're all coming on down, easing on over that right leg. Option of threading that left arm underneath the right for a twisted pigeon. Just a few more breaths here. We're releasing that twist if we took it. Come back into the hands, pushing the hands into the mat. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg, right foot extending back to meet the left, finding what feels natural to you. This side might even look a little different, and that's okay. Meeting in our downward facing dog, those hips are reaching high. Take a bend in the knees. Step it or hop it, top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale over. Lifting up onto the balls of the feet. Lift those heels. That belly's on to the tops of the legs. Gently easing the bum down. Into our toes, stand. Breathe. All right. So the hands are planted down. And we're gonna maybe step the feet open a little wider into our yogi squat. Just feeling the ease in the hips. Doesn't matter if the foot is down. Maybe even find a little sway side to side. That might feel nice. So I did something fun in a class that I took earlier this week. And I want to share that with you guys because it was a lot of fun and it made me laugh. So we're going to settle into our yogi squat. And as we settle into our yogi squat, those hands might come onto the outer parts of the feet. Again, if the heels are lifted, it's all good. No worries. You're just grabbing the outer parts of the feet. Breathe. And we're gonna have a trust fall. So what does this trust fall mean? You are trusting your fall. So it's a little playful. We let that bum come down and come up into our happy baby. So it's a pretty big move, but it's kind of fun, kind of different.
the teacher I took it from, she was like, we're going to do a trust fall. She's like, I'll go first. And I thought it was the funniest thing because it's like, she's not right behind me in this trust fall. It's a real big trust fall. Now be a little playful in your happy baby, maybe finding a sway side to side. Or you might find the peace fingers interlacing the big toe, finding an extension and opening if it feels good.
Spending a few breaths here, just finding little movements.
And then we'll release the bind of the feet. The knees will come in, big hug. And I welcome you to find any final movements the body is needing, the body is craving in order to feel the practice complete. So maybe that's a twist. Maybe the legs are up the wall or up towards the ceiling. A bridge. Just take your time to explore, to see what happens
in these next few breaths, these next few moments, before we settle in into our final resting pose, into our Shavasana, or if you're ready to get a head start there, allow the body to then lengthen as you settle in. Again, not rushing to get there. Just making our way when we're ready. As the body lengthens, the arms will fall alongside. As you feel that ease, that sense of peace, just filling the body with the breath. Letting go fully and completely. Be here about a minute or two. Kindly beginning to bring awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Welcoming in gentle movements into the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Eventually allowing the body to lengthen. And with the next exhale, allow the knees to come into the chest, giving yourself the biggest hug yet. And patiently falling on over either to the right or the left side. Taking a few moments here to come back to that intention that you set in the beginning of class, whether it was something specific or whether you came back to that childlike play, that childlike wonder, having the courage to explore. The different postures, the different breath. And keeping in mind that as long as there's breath in the body, we can always begin again. Gently making our way up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft. And then allowing the hands to come to heart center as we bow our head in gratitude. Thankful for this day, for this breath, for this beautiful life that we're given. So we'll end our practice today with an ancient intention. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May they know peace and walk through the world with ease. Namaste.